Hey gang, welcome to another week of Pensado's Place. Joining us behind the Bad Bunny phenomena is Subelo, the production team. You'll meet them in just a second. A quick shout out to Andy Flint and Becky Barabas, because this baby right here, the AKG Lyra, it won a Tech Award and they won 3 other Tech Awards. Great job, great product, great mic. Also, next week, we're going to introduce you to a tool that you can use to manage your creative business, but also brand yourself along the way. So tune in next week for that. Please hit us on all of our socials. You know what they are. Sign up for our newsletter. Click like and subscribe. And now, without further ado, here's Subelo. We are going to get behind an amazing production team. The Bad Bunny phenomena, they have their hands all in and their creativity all in, and magical things are happening to them. And so we don't butcher the name. We're going to let them introduce themselves and their name and why they chose it. Gentlemen.
What's up, Dave? What's up? Herb. Freddy here from Subelo. Phantom on the other side.
Cool. Well, and the name, you chose the name. I love its translation, but explain to us why you chose it.
Before, we were named Neonasa. Neonasa comes from, because we were signed before with 2 producers that their name were Musicólogo and Menace. De la NASA. So we decided, well, Freddy's the one who came up with the name, to say like new NASA, like the new ones in the NASA. Neo in Latin stands for new.
Okay.
So that's how NASA came. So and then we decided to split up. So we came up with the name Subelo. The name came from, we recorded Randy Nota Loca one time, and he was on the, we were recording him, and in the beginning he said Subelo, like saying turn it up now.
Yeah.
So that's where it came from.
Oh, I love it. It's funny in music, sometimes creatively, as you guys know, and Dave and I have heard it from so many of you guys who sat on this show, sometimes it's the accident in the music that becomes the hook or becomes something really special. And you have to be, it's just like getting the name, just like our show. It was an accident that we just jumped on and said, let's roll with it. And so you guys have been on this kind of magical journey where you came together, got the opportunity, put your skills together, and it's just been a ride, correct?
Blessing, man. It's a blessing.
Freddy, what do you think about that?
Well, I think that a part of like all of the hot stuff that we doing, like the music and all that, will help us up most. Like working with Benito was, we started working with Benito when he wasn't popping like that. He was just starting, and once he started, he started working on his new album. He was like, yo, los Neo, they looked up to me and helped me out when I was a nobody, and he gave us that opportunity, so good looks on Benito for that.
Yeah, means a lot.
Yeah,
Benito gave us that opportunity to start working with him again, basically, because before, we were the first ones who recorded him in the music, because we were already popping by then. You know what I mean? We were already working with artists like Farruko. We were working with a lot of artists, and we took him from basically where he wasn't known like he is now, and we started recording him, and he gave us the opportunity to work with him again. So it's a blessing. Seriously, it's a blessing.
Yep.
Let me brag a little bit on you guys. Stop me if I make a mistake, and laugh out loud if I mispronounce something. But Bad Bunny's new album, you guys worked on 11 records. It's the first Latin record to make number one on the Billboard 200 album chart. Is that correct?
That was on the last one on
Yeah,
El
yo
Último
hago
Tour.
lo que me dé la gana.
Yo hago lo que me dé la gana.
Okay.
We worked on 11 songs, and then on the because he's dropped 3 albums this year. That's crazy. He did Yo hago lo que me dé la gana. Then he did. Then we worked on a project that was the songs that wasn't supposed to come out. It's called, the album name is called like that, is Las que no iban a salir. So on that album we got 2 more songs, one with Bad Bunny and Nicky Jam, and one that's called Bye Me Fui. And on this album we worked on a track called Hoy Cobré.
On the last album, this last one that
on the one that released, I think it was a week ago, El Último Tour del Mundo, right? Yeah.
I thought the album that went to number 1 was the album named YHQVO51DLGMD. I have
that one peaked. That one peaked at number 2 when it came out.
Is that the one with La Difficile on it?
Yeah, we worked on La Difícil.
Okay.
La Difícil. We worked on Vete. We worked on
Pero ya no.
Yeah, help me out with the names, bro. Pero ya no. Zafaera.
Now we feel better.
A tu merced.
Yeah, that was us. Yeah, A tu merced. That was us. We worked all that when we were in Miami. Actually, that album was done like in 2 weeks, 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Yeah,
we rented out. We rented out a studio in Miami. Benito and the team. We rented out a studio in Miami, and he flew all the producers over there that collabed on the album, and we got it done. We got it done like in 2 almost 3 weeks. But when we got there, we sent them a beat pack with like 150 beats, and like we didn't know nothing that he wanted to release the album on I think it was January, right? He released the album
February 29th.
February, yeah.
You pronounce it Difficile?
La Difícil.
Difícil, yeah.
Difícil, yeah.
Okay. Thanks. Phantom, you said that album, that song was kind of what you felt was the center point. That song was the center point of that album, and that you actually used the words, that was your favorite song on the album.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about your production techniques and how that record came about, but in the scope of the entire album, but just use that song because I know you guys worked so hard.
Sure, La Difícil. That was he already had like the recording done, and he wanted us to touch up like the drums, the bass, everything else. At the end when he says "Prende, pasa," he told us in the studio. He said, I want something like old school. Like Benito's a person that whatever he wants, he's gonna tell you, and you know what I mean. Like you have to know what I basically read his mind.
Okay.
And, it's real easy to work with him because like once you get in the studio with him, like he already knows what he wants. He just tells you, hey, let's do this or let's do that, and boom, we just make it happen.
It also, that song, correct me if I'm wrong, but reggaeton, some people don't understand the nuances of reggaeton. They think that certain things have to change, but reggaeton is all about groove and feel and the sound of the instruments. How much dembow did you put into that? And explain to us what that is.
Dembow is, it's a basically an old loop.
Yeah, it's from Shabba Ranks. It's from an old Jamaican song. So basically, what we did, every producer in Puerto Rico the roots from reggaeton, like the most of the drums and all that patterns come from Jamaican music. But like we
basically recreated the
we recreated it. Like we added some plugins. Like we love to like mess around with transient plugins like Smack Attack on drums to control the release, and make the groove of the drums a little different, cleaning up so that they don't sound that old school.
Exactly. We put a kick under the dembow so that it gives it a bigger, like a harder feel.
Yeah, like an attack.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys something.
My favorite song.
When you, like, I personally believe reggaeton is like a spice that goes good with everything. You can put it on barbecue, you can put it on pasta, you can put it on anything, and it gets its own kind of flavor. Right? And I'm curious about, I'm excited to take your production skills and then put that on some American artists and some other things, a country artist or something, and just see how you guys think that process through. Is breaking through to some other musical genres part of what you look to do in the future?
Great question.
Definitely where we're trying to, break, we're trying to do crossovers. Actually, Prince from OVO, he hit us up for a beat pack.
Oh, nice. We had 40 on 2 days ago.
Nice.
Yeah, that's our boy.
Nice.
That's our boy.
Yeah. 40's a genius too, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. Straight up. In fact, speaking of production techniques, how does it split up between you guys? Who's the beat maker? Who's the melody guy? We both make beats. The thing is that Freddy's more focused in the recording, the engineer, the icing on the cake, basically. Right. And I'm more focused on making the melodies, the drums, the beats, and everything. But Freddy does beats as well. We both do the same thing, but he does more of the engineering side. Because I don't know anything about engineering. I don't either, but I have an engineering show.
Everything I learned was from him. Everything.
Let me just say one other thing to the audience, which is important. When you heard about the guy speaking about Benito, stayed with them, came back and called them. That's what communities do. And you need to understand that we're part of a community, and you need to pay it forward, go back and reach. Don't be one of these mercenaries that hits and then moves on and go on. That's some tired shit. It's about, right? Am I right?
Of course, like
definitely.
The music industry is kind of grimy, but thank God, like the company and the team and the people that work in our team, like we all like a big family, and we help each other out and look out for everybody. And if we buy a plugin, I pass. I give the plugin to like our other production team.
Yeah.
And Rimas, our company. Like
they've done a lot for us, man. A lot.
Yeah. What else can words can't. There's no words for all the support and everything that they've given us throughout these 5 years that we've been with them. 5 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Props. As the business guy, big props to them. Let them know. Big props.
Definitely. Noah's a genius.
I love it.
Reggaeton is on fire right now, and it's making big inroads, into American music also. How do you see the future of reggaeton, and how are you going to be at the forefront of helping that future come to being? Because reggaeton is still in its infancy. It's still room to grow, and you guys have been at the forefront of trying to take it into the future. Can you share with us a couple of the things you're trying to do to take that incredible form of music into the future?
I just think that reggaeton is gonna keep growing up. This is just starting,
Basically the beginning, yeah.
yeah, and you know, we trying to innovate and be better every day ourselves too. We just did a beat camp. We finished yesterday and made it was crazy productive. We did like 100 beats, and you know, just trying to come up with new sounds, new fusions. You know, a little bit of reggaeton with a jazzy vibe, or
Exactly.
different kind of different kind of
Lo-fi.
styles of
Little
guitars.
lo-fi
You know,
vibe.
R&B. Yeah, R&B, rock, even trap, Latin trap is big too, and a couple of the songs we did with Benito were trap too, and that's another big scene that's gonna keep blowing up in the Latin industry.
I have a request. I have a request.
Yeah.
Can I make a request?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So at some point in time, I want you to take your production skills and combine reggaeton with go-go music.
Oh, I love go-go.
Go-go music?
Yeah, look at go-go music. Came out of DC, Chuck Brown, bunch of Bustin' Loose records. When you go back and see, are just so funky and so indigenous to DC that when you take that and take what you guys do and put it together,
Yeah.
that royalty check is going to be really big, and you can remember your black friend Herb from back in the day. So
That's actually a good idea.
check out go-go music and then go hurt it.
I'm gonna check. We're gonna check it out. We're gonna check it out.
Okay, cool. So now when the world opens up, right? You're a hit maker, you're being recognized, you're in Billboard, you've got, you got Grammy nominations, which is amazing.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
amazing.
Shit is real. Do you get calmer about it? It's kind of like sports. Like the superstars we like in sports, they get calmer at crunch time where they got to take the shot, kick the ball, catch the back. So are you now ready for the success, or is it overwhelming you? Because it's not everybody's cut for the success. How are y'all doing with it?
I'm actually, we're relaxed though, but we can't believe what's happening because, I'm from Allentown, Pennsylvania. I was born there.
Yeah.
And people that I know in Allentown don't, they can't believe I came from that city all the way to, what I'm doing now. And it's a blessing, man. Like I have no words, bro.
Yeah.
I have no words.
Where are you from?
What happened?
Where's Freddy from?
I was born in Brooklyn, New York, but when I was 6, I moved to Puerto Rico, so I lived here all my life basically, and never forgot my English. but like for me, like I'm calm, but at the same time I'm kind of like pumped because like we were doing good before. Like we were working with the big name artists in the reggaeton scene, but we didn't see the success of Yo Hago Lo Que Me Da La Gana being what it is, and
exactly.
it's kind of like shit. like you can't believe it. Like I never thought that we were gonna be in the American Grammys nominated with the album, or even the Latin Grammys. Like it's crazy, and we blessed, we thankful for everything, and that's just extra boost of motivation to keep going.
Exactly.
And
Motivation.
getting at it. If we were working hard before, now we working extra hard right now just to keep it up and keep doing crazy music.
There's no relaxing, laying back. We got to keep going. We got to keep going.
I mean, and
That's the
Dave,
mentality.
I just want to tell you this. Dave and I consider ourselves to be the uncles and godfathers to everybody in the audio business. So we always looking out for everybody. People look out for us coming up. And let me just say this to you. Stay excited. Stay young about it. Don't get jaded. Don't get jaded. Not everybody gets this gift, and sometimes it goes away.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is be responsible about it right now. Enjoy the shit out of it. Really enjoy it. And then be fired up about it. That you cut through. Like don't let the monsters in your ears and in your head who want to take away from it. Don't keep them out because the greats do that. The greats keep that fire. Like Dave and I, when we give talks, we're talking to people you guys' age. You know what we tell them? We will absolutely dunk on you. You think we will jam you up in the lane and reverse on your ass and kick your behind. So if we got the fire, y'all got to have the fire, right?
Yeah, bro. We do.
Yes, sir.
We got to keep the fire going. I would have never thought that album would get more streams. Like the album has the most streams in 2020.
Wow.
Like it's freaking amazing, man.
It's unbelievable, man.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, almost
it has like 3.5 billion right now.
Damn.
In Spotify.
Amazing.
It's the most streamed artist on Spotify right now is Benito.
Wow.
Crazy.
Tell us a little bit about Bad Bunny and his work style and how you guys interact together. And also tell him when you see him that in 2014, I sent him an email. He didn't hit me back. So,
oh man,
I like Latin music, but I grew up in Ybor City and in Miami, and so I was searching through, and everything was Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny. I'm like, who's this Bad Bunny guy? I couldn't find anything on him, so I said, I forget. I don't know if I DM'd him or if it was an email, but and by the way, I'm just teasing about that. But how do you guys interact together? Because there's slight differences between the three of you, you know.
Yeah, it's like working with a brother basically. We work calm with him, you know what I mean? Like whatever he wants, we understand him. We talk to him, we understand him.
Yeah, like we got a crazy click going on. Like sometimes when we were working on the album, like Phantom was doing a melody or a drum, and he was like, "Yo, that's what I want. Put it on the track. Boom, boom, boom." And like the workflow is crazy. Like the style of us three like combined. I'll say perfect.
He's easy going, like he's so easy going. Like if Freddy records them and Freddy tells him, "Yo, I didn't like it, do it again," he'll do it again. Like he's really easy going. He's not tough to work with, you know what I mean?
And who comes up with most of the melodies?
Of the beats or the
on the records you've done with him, who comes up with the lyrics and melodies? Does he do that?
He does.
That's all.
He does all his lyrics. He does all his lyrics.
Yeah, bro.
He does all his lyrics.
But two of the songs in Yo Hago Lo Que Me Da La Gana, two of them, he's an upcoming artist signed with Rimas. His name is Mora. He did two of them on that album.
Yeah.
The intro and the chorus. Everything else Bad Bunny wrote it.
Cool.
Well, I know this. He shines in that commercial with Snoop when they're on the beach.
Oh yeah. That's a good ass commercial.
He takes that light. He takes it. It's great to see phenomena come through and change the game. You know what I'm saying? Because it expands where you can go. And part of what I like that you guys do with reggaeton is technically you're in there tweaking. You're playing with plugins,
exactly.
and the envelope, and you're wiring, and just saying, we're going to approach this differently, which which ends up being your unique sound and contribution. And it is great to see you push that kind of stuff. Is the bucket list now? Do you know what's on your bucket list? Who you want to work with? Where you want to go? I bet that bucket list is long.
Yeah, it is. We're trying to do our basically our album.
Nice.
With a couple artists.
Couple features on there. Yeah.
Exactly. A couple features. That's what we're gonna work with after, all this is done with the beats and all that stuff. We want to focus on our own album.
Where do you mostly record? What is your DAW? What's your rig set up? Do you guys work in the US, in Puerto Rico? Where do you go?
We work anywhere, like
whatever you need to.
Sometimes like catching artists sometimes is hard. Like we hit him up on WhatsApp and he's like, yo, in Miami, where you guys at? Or whatever artist. And if he says we're at the hotel, we just bring our setup
and go.
Put up the
and
mic.
Go to the hotel, man.
And record right there on the spot. And with nothing much, I just bring my headphones. I got I use the Audio Technicas, the M50s.
Yeah.
And for tracking, and I got the Apollo. I think it's the twin. Yeah, the twin. Mm-hmm. And we use a warm audio microphone, and that's nice. About it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Warm is one of our sponsors.
About it. Yeah.
I know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But in Benito's album, we recorded with a couple different mics. We had the opportunity in the studio we were working in Miami, Rebel 11. They got a crazy mic selection. We used on a track name 25-8. They had the vintage the Telefunken Elam. Yeah, the 251. We used that one, and the other songs we recorded over there, it was with the C800, the Sony.
Nice.
Yeah, that was like crazy, because it was like the first time we actually used like real high-end equipment. Like most of the stuff we do is like, basically home studio stuff.
Exactly, yeah. Home studio.
Now that's the other headline so far, because we have found, again for our audience, that the explosion during 2020 for big retailers and so on and so forth is in bedroom equipment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To have.
I would rather make beats like here instead of going to a studio. I'm more comfortable.
Like, yeah, I feel more comfortable. Like the vibe, it feels like, I don't know, I guess like more organic, like you just chilling, and like if you wanna go to the fridge and grab something, you go and get it, take off your shoes, be comfortable. If you wanna,
Yep.
We just prefer it that way. Like I like working in we do a lot of Airbnb recordings.
Yeah, that also.
Yep, absolutely. No, it's a portable business now. You know what I'm saying? You can record on planes. I remember early in the day we had Alex the Kid on, and he talked about recording Rihanna and Eminem, and Alex was on a train in England.
Wow.
Rihanna was in Paris, and Eminem was in Detroit. And I forget what the big record was, but that's how they recorded. And that was 5 years.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was 5 years. That was probably longer than 5 years ago. So the technology has improved. So y'all listen. You can run lean and mean, which means more money in your pocket, right?
Yeah, for all the producers out there, you don't need an expensive studio to make hits. You can make hits anywhere.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Do me a favor. This is just for me. Growing up in South Florida, we're exposed to, obviously Cuban music, Puerto Rican music, Haitian, Dominican, a little soca, and I mixed from Machado Montana. I did 2 big records for him. But
nice.
can you explain to our audience just like a couple of different types of music that they should look for? Because I think it's something that if you like reggaeton, you're going to like a lot of what else is coming around from the Caribbean and from North, Central, and South America. I try to think of some, but I thought about soca and of course dancehall reggae itself.
Yeah, we like a lot of Dominican Dembow is popping right now. We get a lot of inspiration. We listen to a lot of Afrobeat.
Yeah.
That's from
Afrobeat is lit, man.
I like the feel vibe from Afrobeat and like the melodies and everything that they come up with is amazing.
Yeah, I like him.
Freddy actually put me on to Afrobeat, by the way.
Yeah.
He put me onto that, and I that's all I listen to now. Afrobeat,
Nice.
I love it.
So here's a question. Now look for two Puerto Rican dudes to meet in Massachusetts and then hook up. I mean that cultural headbang there is about the same headbang as a black dude from Canada. So
yeah.
But here's what is historically true. There are some tremendous Puerto Rican athletes. And as we get ready to do batter's box, y'all have to represent, and you got to knock Dave straight up out the box, right? So now it's 2-on-1, so you both can answer. I expect it to just be carnage. I expect Dave to be laid out on the floor, bleeding after you do this. But have fun with it. So, Dave, you ready with batter's box?
Does a fat baby fart?
I would assume so.
Okay. I'm ready. Sorry about that.
All right, here we go.
Okay, here we go. Favorite synth?
I'm not sure.
Loops.
Dembow.
No. Bass.
Three oscillator from FL Studio.
Or 808s. Or 808s.
Nice.
Yeah.
You showing off now, man. Don't, I'm your friend. I know 5 words in your language.
Hurting.
Percussion. Ooh. Ka-chow. Percussion.
Shakers.
That's lame. Give me something good.
Toms.
We use a lot of shakers on some of our tracks, and we
a lot of shakers.
We use sometimes some ethnic stuff like tambourines and darbukas. I think that's how you spell it.
Yeah, I heard that. Okay, a melody.
Se hace la difícil, pero se va.
I see what's going on here. So, come on, motherfucker.
That's a first in history. The first singing answer in 520 some odd episodes.
By the way, I tore up the wrong page. So BPM, and don't say 80.
90.
90
That's
90 to 95, 96.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's actually my favorite BPM, 90 to 95.
Okay. 808s.
There's an 808 that we use a lot. It's from Murder Beats. Sound back that he threw. That pack got some crazy 808s.
Super got crazy 808s too.
Yeah.
Super
okay. Now you're just showing off. Reverb.
Reverb.
Yeah.
I like to use Pro R.
FabFilter.
Say it again. I couldn't hear it.
Pro R from FabFilter.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Snares. You know how important snares are. Snares.
Reggaeton snare.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old snare, the rich snare,
The wrist
all
snare,
those
the
old
guata snare.
That's good stuff. Okay, what's the least expensive piece of equipment that you've used on a record that we might know? And because you work in your bedroom, I'm sure you got a lot of choices to choose from. So give me one.
The least
the
expensive?
cheapest.
Like a
Yeah.
guitar
Not the
pedal?
laptop, because the
As of
laptop's worth more.
Fan laptop back in the day was crazy. He used to make beats with missing letters on the keyboard and everything.
Yeah, man. That was back in the day when we was first starting.
Oh yeah. Listen, the beauty of mixing up the sauce with new stuff is that even newer stuff is going to come behind that. And what I hope you guys maintain, and one of the lessons that we've learned from interviewing so many badasses over the years, badass men, badass women, is the ones who get to the top and maintain it are constantly pushing the envelope. They never relax. They're curious all the way through. I think you guys can rewrite it, change it, keep pushing it, because you feel like people who are always going to find your way to do your thing. And I encourage that. I think it's exciting. I think the gifts that you're going to give to artists and the gifts that are going to come from producers and engineers from you is going to be incredible. In fact, tell me really quickly before you go, just what the start was. Like, you guys got together, were you working separately and then you just met and put it together? What was the very beginning?
So basically, I first, my boy from Pennsylvania, he started making beats first to me. Fernando is his name. And, I would always watch him on the program on Fruity Loops. And I would always be like, what is that? Let me get the program. So he gave me the program and I just started messing with it at the crib. And I just I mastered the program, 2 years, 3 years. Then I met up with one of my boys that, we stopped working for whatever reason.
Right.
And I met Freddy through him because I went to Massachusetts to work in a studio over there. And Freddy was in the studio working, and that's how I met Freddy. And then, I went back to Pennsylvania, and Freddy hit me up out of nowhere. He's like, "Yo, what you doing? You still making beats and this and that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm still making beats. I was making beats. Actually, I used to work in AT&T in a call center. I was a supervisor, and on my break, I would go with my laptop to the car and make beats with the aux.
Yes.
With the aux.
Yes.
And and I would tell Freddy that he wouldn't believe me. I'm like, yeah, bro, I'll be making beats in the car. Right. And Freddy was like, let's join up. We go 50-50 on everything. And I was like, whatever, let's do it.
Yeah.
And that's how it basically started with me and Freddy.
Wow. Yeah, because when I was in Massachusetts, like I used to work at a warehouse, but I had a little studio that a friend let me use, and I used to record them. And there were like a lot of indie artists that were trying to record and make it and all that.
Local artists.
Yeah, local artists, and we used to make beats and record for I remember selling beats for $200 with the recording, $300 recording, doing melodyne on vocals, everything, mixing, everything for $300, $200 back in the day. Oh, yeah. And it got to a point that everybody wanted to go to the studio, and like I was backing up on I couldn't, I was backing up on work. So that's when I hit up Phantom and I said, let's work together and make some money.
And that is exactly what the hell happened.
And that day we started working together. Then I had a little bit more experience on the reggaeton industry because I used to work with I don't know if you guys know who Looney Tunes are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was signed with them like back in the day, and you know it was like a 1 year thing. Things didn't work out that well, and we got our separate ways and all that. And I cómo se dice I knew some people from the industry, and one day I was in the studio with Phantom, and I hit up Musicólogo. That was back in the day, Daddy Yankee's producer. And he was like, yeah, and he was like, I hit him up, and he was like, I told him that we wanted to have an opportunity to work with known artists, and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna send you guys some an acapella, and it was from old song that Daddy Yankee and Arcángel had recorded, and we did a beat for it. We sent the beat the day after, and after that,
he went crazy.
He was like, yo, yeah, he went crazy. He was like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna sign you guys, and I'm gonna bring you guys back to Puerto Rico, so you guys could work with everybody over there. And that's where we met our actual manager. That's Noah's. That is Bad Bunny's manager too. Right. Noah.
That's Noah.
And yeah, and everything else, since then.
Now you're on Pensado's place.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, gentlemen, I got to tell you, we are glad we connected. Anytime you need to use this platform or whatever the case may be to reach out to people, like I said, don't lose your joy, pay it forward. Remember it's an honor, and we are proud to know you and excited to watch your growth. And then we're going to bring you back and have you back on after the next Grammy and the next thing and whatever you do.
Nice.
Amen.
Amen, bro.
Push that envelope, man. Dave, take us home.
Okay. There's a couple of things I'm going to point out about the guys. I never heard an excuse. I only heard positive things. And if you think about their rise to success, the technology we have nowadays is affordable. You can take it everywhere. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want.
Definitely.
And so the process of getting famous, if you analyze them, the process of getting successful is having great songs. Seems easy, sounds easy, but not everybody can do it. And they did it. So all along their journey up the ladder, they got an affirmation that they were doing good. They were doing good. And I would bet a lot of money that they had as much fun on the journey moving up the ladder as they had fun getting there eventually. And that's the big headline for today. There's no excuses anymore. There's no excuses. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think most of the reggaeton producers that are doing good are actual producers that love what they do. Like, they don't do this for the money or doing this, we just go on the studio and vibe and make beats, like back in the day when we started, I think having that feeling of loving music and doing great things is what actually makes you get to the goal.
And the beauty of that is Freddy just took us home. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. That was
stay humble.